All right, so I had some time to process Arrival, and going into the movie, I thought the trailer looked really good. I thought it could have either been just awful, or it could have been actually really good. Um, what I really needed was something better than some of the drivel that I've been seeing lately. Um, Despite people's really positive reviews for the Doctor Strange, I found that to be just an okay movie with a lot of plot holes and inconsistencies, and uh, and it seems like most people reviewing that movie kind of knew about those plot holes, but they kind of went ahead and said, "Well, the movie was fun, so I'm going to give it a good rating." And to me, I don't really like that. I mean, a movie may be fun, but if I have too many questions when I leave the theater and I just feel underwhelmed, well, I'm not going to sit there and give it a good review just because it would happen to be, quote unquote fun. So I got to see Arrival, and the entire 2 hours I was pretty much riveted, sitting there watching the movie, thinking about everything that was happening, at the beginning of the movie and in the present, and then thinking about what would eventually happen at the end. And it really had me invested throughout the entire thing. And when I left the movie, I immediately knew that it was the best movie of the year so far, which isn't saying much, but at this point, it's my favorite. And I think a lot of people might dislike Arrival. I've seen it on IMDb in the message boards where people are just saying it's pretentious and they don't know what pretentious means, or they're saying it's boring, which that's, I guess, the sad truth nowadays. If a movie makes you think and makes you, makes you put two and two together, then I guess that's considered boring. But I was not bored one bit. But there's a lot of questions that you'll have when you leave the movie, and you'll either answer those by recollecting on the movie, thinking about everything that happened, or just watching other people's reviews or just reading things online. But ultimately, if you give yourself a little bit of time to actually think about it, and if you've already paid attention during the movie, then really there's not really too many questions. In fact, I really don't have any questions about the events that happened in the movie. Uh, Overall, I would say it's a really fantastic movie. Is it A plus perfect? No, I don't think it's that great, but as far as the best movie of the year so far, it's definitely in that category. Um, some of my favorite things about it, I did like the way it looked. It felt extremely natural. The lighting, especially, lots of people will say, "Oh, it's dark." Well, it seemed natural lighting, which kind of added the realism to the movie, which I think is definitely important for this type of film because, Independence Day or or things like that, the realism does not need to be there because it's an action movie. It's sci-fi and it's there. It's a popcorn movie, but Arrival is not really meant for all the action, and there's barely any action in it, if you want to call anything in there action anyway. But it's a thought provoking movie, and therefore it should really feel real, true to life. So I actually like the cinematography aspect. I thought all the acting was really good. Um, Really, it's you really cannot talk too much about it because the more you talk about it, the more you give away, and you can really accidentally give a lot away during by just talking about the movie. But then again, I don't want to make a quick statement saying, "Oh, it's really good," and that's it, because then someone's gonna think, well, maybe it's not that good. But I really think it's a fantastic movie, and yeah, if you don't mind thinking while you're watching a movie and investing yourself into it, well, then one, you're going to get your money's worth because, well, that's what you want. You want to be able to have a good experience watching a movie. But two, you're going to be able to really get a good payoff in the end and in the days and weeks afterwards. And then later on down the road, when you eventually buy it, it's going to be a great movie to really see with people and then talk about afterwards. So I really enjoy it. It's a lot better than Doctor Strange, which I found to be okay. I'm not going to care to watch that thing again. I wasn't mad about it, but this one, I have nothing but good things to say about it. So I looked forward to seeing the new Fantastic Beast and where to find them this coming week. And so some really good movies are looking to come out here in the next 4, 5, 6 weeks, and hopefully some movies that challenge Arrival as far as being the best of the year. But right now, it's on that top spot.